My name is Doug Purcell. I'm the District Wildlife Manager for Pagosa Springs East. My district incorporates Hunting Unit 78. 78 is bounded on the north and the east by the Continental Divide. So it affords a lot of elevation variation from 7,000 feet to over 12,000 feet. It's composed of 5 basins starting at the northwest. The first basin is created by 4 Mile Creek and Turkey Creek. These are accessible by the 4 Mile Road or the Jackson Mountain Road. Both of these roads, once you hit Forest Service, you can get foot access for hunting, and they terminate in a trailhead that is really good for foot access and horseback access. It also provides opportunities for camp hunting. The Jackson Mountain Road is one of the few roads in the Forest Service District in Pagosa Springs where you can take an ATV. You can take an ATV as long as you stay on that trail for about 3 miles on that Jackson Mountain Road. To the east of that is the West Fork Basin. The West Fork Basin is pretty tight, very rugged country. The trailhead first traverses private property for about a mile. Once you get past that private property, you can spread out and you have to stay on the trail once you're going through private. Once you get onto public, you can go about your hunting business. It is very steep, tight country, and it's normally accessed by horseback hunters or backpack hunters that are very physically fit. The next basin to the south of that is the East Fork Basin. The East Fork Basin is also pretty rugged country, but it does have a lot more access points than the West Fork. It does have a large private inholding in the bottom, so hunters should be aware of their private property boundaries. To the south of that is the Mill Creek Road, Mill Creek/Nipple Mountain Road. It starts at Pagosa Springs at about 7,000 feet in elevation, and it goes all the way up to 10,000 feet in elevation. It's got several spur roads off of it, so a wide variety of hunting opportunities off the Mill Creek Nipple Mountain Road. South of the Mill Creek Nipple Mountain area is the Blanco Basin Road. The Blanco Basin Road, the whole bottom of the basin is private, but there is access in several locations around that private. It does access some of the most remote, rugged country in the South San Juans, where the last grizzly bear in Colorado lived. So it's some pretty neat area, but be prepared for some steep. South of that, another way to access the Blanco Basin area is off the Buckles Lake Road. The Buckles Lake Road takes off of Highway 84 and it goes about 7 miles, gaining gradually in elevation. It can be a pretty busy road for hunters. It also has a spur road off of it to the north that is well suited for high clearance, heavy duty off-road vehicles and ATVs. It also has a road going to the southeast off of that Forest Service road that is one of the few ATV roads that a person can utilize. And then the last basin that is down along the state line is the Navajo River watershed. Now that whole watershed is private property, but it's bounded on the west by the Price Lakes Road in the Price Lakes area. That's a 7-mile long Forest Service road that offers a variety of hunting opportunities, but when weather comes in, those animals leave that country pretty quick. Between the Buckles Lake Road and the Blanco Basin Road, along Highway 84, east of Highway 84, is a transition area. It's called Kinney Flats. It's really good when there's weather and the animals are moving. South of 84 is where they're often moving into, and it's into some area called Viseco. Viseco is Spanish for dry valley. It is very dry, and it's really good for late season hunting opportunities, but you don't want to be on that road when it's wet and muddy. It can be pretty dangerous and treacherous. A lot of hunters get keyed in on elevation, especially with elk. Where am I going to find the elk? And that's really not the right question. Elk may be at higher elevation, especially during long dry spells, because they're being pushed with hunting pressure into those areas, but they'll also be in low elevation areas where people just aren't willing to go. So weather plays a big part in how the hunting unfolds in Pagosa Springs and where that hunting is best. So don't get hung on elevation, get hung up on where the animals are moving into to get away from hunting pressure. With that information, you can probably figure out a variety of hunting opportunities within the hunting unit 78, and you can always call us with questions if you didn't get what you needed.